Finally, welcome back to a happy post-match pint. It's just finished. West Brom 1, West Ham 3. The baby's crying. Everything's going on. It's all about the 3 points. Scott, for the second time tonight, mate, take me through that starting lineup.
Well, yeah, changes to the starting lineup, weren't it? Fabianski getting injured in the warm-up, so we've got Randolph in goal, Kufal right back, Creswell left back, Obona and Dawson in the centre, Rice and Souček in the middle, Fornals, Ben Rama and Lingard, and then Antonio up top.
Yeah, Scott, me and you both said on the build-up show, mate, we was great starting lineup. It's disappointing that Fabianski got injured, but Randolph stepped in tonight. And here he is, look, making his debut. His first win, Scott. He's got his first win.
I know, and he stayed up the whole time to watch it. He's normally asleep by now.
Yeah, do you know what, mate? Absolutely buzzing with that result. I was nervous, I'm not going to lie. I was panicking. My hands were sweating. I couldn't sit still. But yeah, that's what
West Ham does.
That's what it's about, mate.
That's what West
That
Ham
is what
does,
it's about.
It was. I don't know. Like my heart was in my mouth at one point. Why do we make it so hard?
Because that's West Ham's got.
For 70 minutes, that was stressful to watch for 70 minutes up until that last week. But I mean, you got to give credit to West Brom. They didn't really let us settle that first half, did they? They pressed us and didn't really allow us to play out.
Well, the thing is,
it could have been a dream start, you know.
Yeah, I mean, we lost our goalkeeper before the game. West Brom could have lost then after 2 minutes. Antonio goes free one on one. Me and Graham were saying off camera, he's got to do better there. To be fair, he should finish it. He's taking it around the keeper, and keeper's gone straight into him. Very lucky to stay on, I thought, as well.
Yeah, I think they've changed the rules, haven't they, when it comes to sending off now?
Isn't it basically if they've made a legitimate attempt for the ball?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he just cleaned Antonio out, but I think they're saying as long as it's not a cynical chop or anything like that, and they've made an attempt for the ball, then I think they just give the yellow and the penalty, didn't they?
Yeah, that's it. I think that's what it is. I think they deem the penalty and the yellow card punishment enough than having a red card. So, you know, it was, look, you were right, mate. He got lucky, Antonio. It was a terrible touch to take it round the keeper. Why he didn't shoot when he first had the opportunity, I don't know.
Yeah,
you know, but it was, it was where it was, and we get a penalty inside 3 minutes. You think we're going to do this the easy way, and then in true West Ham fashion.
Well, Declan Rice, poor man's Mark Noble on the penalties. Can I say West Ham clips his buzzing because I say buzzing. He hates it when we hit the post, but yeah, it wasn't the greatest of penalty. You know, I don't know whether
the thing is.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? You know, we're not in that situation. There's fans in there tonight as well.
But the thing is, if that penalty goes in, I mean, that would have been as far in the corner as he could have got it, and everyone would have been saying what a great penalty it was.
Yeah. Look, I know, and I'm only joking. Look, I love Declan Rice. You know, he's got the balls to take a penalty. You know, he's probably hit it too well, if anything, and it's just cannon off the post, and he's hit it so hard that it ain't even sort of come back to him. It's pinged straight out of the box. But if that goes in, we'll be talking about a totally different game now. We're talking probably about a more comfortable game, I think. I totally agree, mate. I think that would have done them in completely if we had got that early goal. You know, I think that's Declan Rice now holds a Premier League record for the earliest missed penalty in Premier League history. They were saying that's why we love Declan Rice, mate. Always breaking records.
Exactly, another record broken this season. But I think if that goes in, I think it's game over from the start. To be honest, I think we would have gone on and won that a lot more comfortably than what we did.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, mate. I thought after that, we controlled the game for about 5-10 minutes, and then West Brom just clicked, didn't they? They just played like a team with no fear. It was their last home game of the season. They want to give the fans a good send-off. They actually showed a bit of fight and spirit in that game, which if they had done for most of the season, they probably wouldn't be in the situation they're in. To be fair,
yeah, which is always the gutter as a fan of those teams, isn't it? You know, I mean, but Fulham got a draw last night, didn't they, against Man United?
Yeah,
You know,
yes.
So if they'd shown a bit of that earlier in the season, then they wouldn't be down there. You know.
No, that's the thing. You see with like today with West Brom. To be fair, they had a go against Liverpool the other night, didn't they, as well? So they've not played particularly bad. But we like you said, right? We sort of controlled it for 5-10 minutes, and then after that, I thought we were second best to everything.
Yeah.
After that,
all the second balls that were dropping, and we kept giving away free kicks in silly areas as well, which was driving me up the wall. Because and the thing is that their ball deliveries were dangerous.
Well, that midfielder there, Gallagher, every time someone got near him, he was just looking to go down, wasn't he, and draw the foul.
Yeah.
And we was falling for it. We was falling for it for most of the game, but we just couldn't seem to get our foot on the ball, could we?
No,
first off.
That's it, and that was the thing. We said before the game, right? We need to dominate the midfield. I'll be honest, I thought they dominated us.
Yeah,
their midfield. First balls they were first there. Second balls they were first there. In the air, I've never seen Souček and Rice get dominated in the air so much. Yeah, I thought. To be honest, first half, I thought our midfield was absolutely awful.
I do as well. I thought we was too far apart.
Yeah.
I thought Lingard, I mean, we'll talk about Lingard in a little while, but he couldn't really get into the game, especially first half. Fornals was giving away silly little free kicks. And that sort of led to their goal. And look, the one thing, I do feel a bit for Darren Randolph in that, but he's got to do a lot better. He's got to be pushing Souček out of the way. He's got to be punching that.
Yeah.
Souček's obviously flicked it on. It's gone down as a Pereira goal because he's obviously on target. So, and Souček are probably glad that it's going down as a Pereira goal. But it was a silly goal to concede, a sloppy goal to concede, and then you're sort of fearing the worst, didn't you? You're thinking it's going to be one of them games. It's going to be one of them games where West Brom are going to nick it today, and our hopes and dreams are just going to fade and die.
Exactly. That's exactly it. You know, I said in the chat that me, Graham, and mate Lee was having that. Did Randolph call it? You know, did he call? Because if Souček doesn't get ahead on that, Randolph clears it. Now, does he call it, or does he, because he's so worried about the striker that's putting the pressure on him, does he not have the opportunity to call it, and he just flaps at it? You know, it was hard for him to deal with, but he should have done a lot better with it. You know, we shouldn't be conceding goals direct from corners like that. You know, great. It was a great delivery from Pereira. You know, he was absolutely mustard tonight for them. Absolutely mustard. We need to look at him next season, I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know how true it is, but I've seen a lot of people saying that Big Sam's actually stepped down after the game. Yeah, so I don't know how true that is. But yeah, I mean, there's a few West Brom players that a lot of teams will be looking at, but Pereira would definitely be one of the main players that these teams will be looking to take. And he was dominant. Every time he got the ball, that you could see the defenders were worried about him. They were backing off, letting him run towards him. But literally just before half time, we got back into the game, and that was a massive goal. Because if we go in 1-0 down, it's a totally different second half, isn't it? And Ben Brom has done fantastic.
I say your team talk's completely different now, isn't it? You know, in the space of 30 seconds.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And yeah, Ben Rama at the back post, you know, great touch, great ball across, and Souček's tapped it in, and then we get this VAR come out, and let's just thank God that Souček's a size 11 and not size 12, because he'd have been offside.
Oh mate, it was hold your breath time, weren't it?
I'll be honest, Scott. I thought I was going to give it. I really did. I
did.
It's like that every goal now, unless someone hits a 30-yard screamer. With no one around them, you can't celebrate because you think, well, they're going to pull something up.
No, that's it, and that's the thing. It does. You know, you look at any goal now where there might be an offside, you celebrate. In the first, where before you used to look across at the linesman and carry on celebrating. Now you celebrate, and then you're like, oh, hold on, Like, what's it going to give? What's it going to give? And they take so long to give it, don't they? So long.
Yeah.
It's one of them. But luckily enough, we got that. And like you said, it changes the whole concept of the game, doesn't it?
Yeah, massively. And as Graham said, it's a different team talk for Moisey. I suppose Moisey would have still been a bit angry about the way we was playing in the first half, and he'll have ripped into the team at half time, and rightly so, because I even think Declan Rice was a bit off in the first half as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that penalty was playing on his mind a bit, but Declan Rice was still running about, trying to win the ball back, break things down. But I thought, we come off, and it was the perfect time to score a goal, especially when you're 1-0 down. Just get in just before half time, and it's a totally different team talk.
Exactly, mate. Exactly, and that's the thing. That's that. I think going in 1-0 down, I'll be honest. If we didn't get a goal before half time, I don't see us getting back into that game.
No.
Well, it deflates them, doesn't it? They're thinking we'll get to half time, 1-0 up. And for both managers, it's in the space of 30 seconds, their team talks have completely changed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It distracted West Brom's second half plans, didn't it? That goal just before half time, because Big Sam's got a different team talk then. But then again, I can imagine them in the change room fucking about. They don't care, do they? They're relegated, but I suppose they want to give their fans something. And by the way, before we go on to the second half, I mean, how good was it to see fans back at football?
It's great.
Hearing real noises and, real fans, and it's great. And I can't wait to, see the London Stadium on. I know we're not there on Sunday, but to see 10,000 now, there was only 5,000 there tonight, so that'd be double. Yeah. So there'd be a bit of noise there. But yeah, second half come out, and it was pretty much the same, wasn't it? Pretty much the same for the first 15, 20 minutes.
Everything is, they hassled us and harried us, and we couldn't get our passing going. Everything was rushed, or we had to hack it out from the back. It was a bit scrappy.
Yeah, I thought Phillips was running the show as well. I thought he had a really good game for West Brom. He's they was dictating the play. They weren't letting us get on the ball every time we was knocking it either too short or we was knocking it over. But once we started getting our foot on the ball, I started thinking, I had no doubt that we was going to win. I know I was a bit nervous and that, but I thought, if we get the next goal, we're going and get 3, maybe 4. That's how confident I felt, because I think West Brom, when they're on top, they're on top. But you knock their confidence, it's over from them. Game over.
Yeah, not crumble, but edge drop, didn't they? Edge drop and the tempo drops. I think it allowed us back into the game.
Yeah, I think they got to the stage where they were sort of on top and they didn't get their goal, and then the nerves started kicking in. It was nerves. Listen, we were nervous watching it, but the fact that they're where they are, the lack of confidence that they've got and stuff like that, you always got a chance. And we had that shaky moment, didn't we, where Criswell made that great interception and then completely fluffed his clearance. And I was sitting there thinking, what's going on?
Mate, I was going. I was like, panicking.
I couldn't believe that. And they had a couple of near chances. We didn't have many chances, did we? And then
Creswell's free kick.
Creswell's free kick was that. Lingard walks away and Creswell's give the keeper the eyes, and he's beat the keeper. He just hasn't. And once again, that post has just kept us out.
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. That was smart play by the pair of them two. It obviously looked like Lingard was going to whip it in, and I don't know whether they've just noticed where the keeper's standing, and then they've decided to change it up. And it was unlucky. It was quick thinking, but just a bit unlucky. Just typical us, really, hitting the post again. I think we hit the post the most times of all Premier League teams this season.
Something like that, mate. We've hit the bar, the post, everything.
Another bloody record.
But I mean, Bowen come on for Ben Rama. I thought it was a bit harsh on Ben Rama to take him off.
Yeah,
I'm honest. I'm sitting there thinking I'd take Lingard off, if I'm honest, because I thought Ben Rama was having a better game than Lingard. But then, you leave Lingard on because he can do something. But I was even thinking at one point maybe even take Antonio off and just put back Bowen up top on his own.
we were saying you that we don't normally get the chat involved on PMP, but Ben Herbert has donated 50 quid, so thank you very much for that. And he's just in his comment, he said that. I'll just quickly put it up because he said PMP is normally the show that we chat, but because of this a super chat, we'll put it up there. But I was the same as you, mate. I was sitting there going, what has Ben Rama done wrong? I thought Ben Rama was our most potent attacker of all of them. Lingard.
If anything was going to happen, it was going to happen through Ben Rama tonight because you see that strike that he had, the keeper just tipped over. He was playing a bit of a swag about him, a bit of confidence tonight.
Yeah,
and he was the out bowl as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, you see his frustration, and he was swearing under his breath, and rightly so, because I'd have been very frustrated coming off if I was Ben Rama, because I thought he was, and I said I would have probably took Lingard off, but
but that's the crazy thing, right? So you look at Lingard's performance tonight, average, right? It's very, very average, and then there was even a shout to take Fornals off. Fornals worked fantastically. But he'd had a few fouls, where he would have got himself booked. And you sort of think maybe that might have been in Moyes' mind. He may get booked here or give away another foul. The referee's keeping an eye on him. But, it ended up being a masterstroke.
Yeah,
because
we can sit here and say it was wrong to take Ben Rama off, but then you look at the final result, and that's why Moyes gets paid the money, and that's why he's the Premier League manager to make them decisions. We sit there as fans, and we can say, he should have done that, he should have done that. Look, if we'd have lost that game or drew that game, we'd have been sitting here now saying, but it is what it is. And then, look.
You've got to take, as a manager, they're the risks you take. You take them risks, and sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't. When they pay off, you look like a genius. When they don't, you have to hold your hands up.
Yeah, and then moments later, the corner comes in. Ogbonna's got a free run at the back post. He heads it in. It's 2-1. We're all up. We're all celebrating. VAR tried to find something to take it away from us.
What was all that about? Because I see him bring
I heard him mention something about a sleeve. I thought, what the fuck are they talking about?
When you watch it from the side of the camera, at the first camera angle, it looks like it comes off his head. Right, he heads it in, is sort of down here. When you watch it from the reverse angle, it looks like it hits his arm, but it doesn't. It's just the angle of the camera. And I think they were clutching at straws trying to disallow that one for us.
They don't want West Ham in Europe, do they? So let's try to find something. But it's a massive, massive goal. And when that went in, I was just picturing the away fans behind that goal going absolutely mental. That's what I was picturing, but we're all sitting in our front rooms doing it, or in the pub wherever everyone's watching it. But it's a massive goal. That could be the most important goal of the season. That goal there to put us 2-1 up.
And what a player to score it, Ogbonna. He scored some important goals for us through his career at the club, and he hasn't scored for a long, long time. I think Nicky and Dan have been trying to give away an Ogfather t-shirt, which Graham is modelling at the minute. For weeks, and now, they can give that one away, and I'm pleased. We needed someone to get a goal. Souček hadn't scored for a while, gets a goal. Ogbonna hadn't scored for a while, gets a goal. And from then on, I think once that second goal comes in, the game's ours. We were in total control after that.
Oh yeah, you always knew that West Brom were just going to try to find that second goal and to equalise, and it just left them open at the back, but. Ogbonna scores that massive, massive goal, and then do you know what? I was hoping that there was a part of me. I was hoping that Dawson would have scored it because it'd have been nice against his old club. For some reason, they were booing him. I don't know why. He's made over 200 odd appearances for them, and they was booing him. But one of our old boys come on tonight, Grady Diagana, looked a bit lively. Obviously wanted to prove something against his old teammates, but. Yeah, he just couldn't get into the game, really, could he? He didn't have. I won't say he didn't have enough time, but
no, it was a bit like Agent Diagana because he come on. I think one of the first things he did was went on a counter attack and then stood on the ball and left the ball behind him. So well done there. But no, it just hasn't worked out. And you feel for him. You know, you look at all they touched on it. The commentators touched on it with Noble coming out and speaking out about the sale at the time. And as I said at the time, it was the wrong move. You know, he was looking like he was breaking into on the verge of breaking into the first team, and we let him go, and it's not worked out. But he'll do fantastic for them in the Championship. You know, it's a rebuild for them, and it's a rebuild for him. I hope he does well, because you like seeing somebody like youngsters going on and doing good.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Go on, Gray.
No, I was just agreeing with Scott. I think he'd had a decent pre-season, hadn't he, for us? You know, he'd looked good in the friendlies, and like you say, at the time, and we all said it as well, didn't we, at the start of the season? The season we'd had before, we were thinking, is it going to come back? You know, Ryan I even remember Ryan saying, you know, we've got West Brom second from last game. Is that going to come back to haunt us?
Yeah.
And I think at that time we all thought, well, maybe it could, you know, maybe it would, but you know, as the season has proved otherwise,
exactly
at the right end of the table.
The thing is, and then to seal it, we go through. Lingard's got on the ball. We've got 3-on-1. Slides Antonio in, and just before Antonio taps that in, Graham's running upstairs to get his sombrero, his passport, and his sunbreak ready for the European tour next season. As Antonio puts it in, 3-1. And Scott actually called 3-1 on the build-up show, mate.
Yeah, I said it's either going to be something like that's the thing. It was going to be one of them. It was either going to be comfortable, it was going to be nervy.
You said a tight 2-1, didn't you? And I was thinking, he's got it right. And then my old mate Antonio tucks it in, and I'm like, I'm right. But yeah, it's great. It finishes off the game, doesn't it? And you're comfortable, because if it had been 2-1 with 3 minutes injury time, we'd have been back to the wall. I mean, he brought on Diop just to shore up the defence a bit, because they knew they was going to start launching balls in. Yarmolenko nearly got on. He got a sniff of what it's like to nearly get into the game tonight, but you could tell he didn't want to come on with 1 minute to go. He was like, it ain't worth it, boss. But obviously Moyes trying to waste a bit of time. But yeah, no, look, it's a massive win tonight. And when you look at the Premier League table tonight, you know, we're sitting in 6th place, you know, 62 points, 4 points off 5th, so we can't make 5th. So the highest we can finish is 6th this season, which we'd have all took at the beginning of the season, but we can finish the season on 65 points. Yeah, we can finish the season on 65 points, our highest ever Premier League total. We equalled our highest Premier League total tonight. So what a way to finish off the season. A home win against Southampton in front of our own fans. Guaranteed Europa League football, finishing 6th in the table. What a season. What a season. It could have been better. It could have been better if we'd have taken our chances in other games. But do you know what? At the end of the season, when we look back at it, we'll all be happy with that.
Mate, bearing in mind, we all thought we were going to be in a relegation battle. We've said it. We've been saying it for the last 5-6 weeks. It's been a fantastic season, whatever happens now.
That's it. That's the thing. Exactly. Yeah. You know, we've had these last few weeks have been a bit like, I haven't enjoyed watching us the last few games. You know, again, I thought today we were quite flat overall. But as we said in the build-up, right, you take a scrappy win. It's not about the performance. It's about the result. And we went on. We've done the job. We got the result. We made hard work of it, but West Ham all over in it. But that's it now. Look, we're going to be. I think we're now guaranteed Europe, aren't we? I think. Yeah.
I think we need all we need is a point at home against Southampton. But look, we've got to go for all 3. But a point on Sunday, and we finish 6th, guaranteed.
Yeah. Exactly, and that's what we want. You know, as much as the Europa Conference would be interesting, because I think it would be very competitive with the sides in there. But you know, it's Europa League would be just as good. You know, and I'm not complaining about that. I think that'd be competitive.
Europe's Europe. For you know, we don't get there that often, so you can't sniff at it.
No.
And let's give a little shout out to our Claret and Blue brothers, Aston Villa, for doing us a job today.
Yes.
At Charlotte Lane, beating the Spuds. You know, massive result. That massive result. See, that result there David Moyes didn't even really need to do a team talk, did he? Because the players had seen that result. Let's go out there, 3 points tonight, boys, and yeah,
exactly, and that's it. And that was it. The team talk was done. Said it is draw. Draw gives us Europa League. If we lose, we're guaranteed Europa Conference. So, European football, job's done. And that might be going into the game Sunday. That could be perfect because now with European football sort of guaranteed, barring a heavy defeat and a heavy win for Everton.
I think it's like 9-goal swing or something.
Yeah.
So they've got to beat City 9-0.
Yeah. The thing is as well, Leicester are going to need a result against Tottenham as well. Yeah. On Sunday.
Yeah. And hope that Villa or whoever Liverpool are playing, they're doing them a favour.
Mm.
Yeah, mad, isn't it? It's mad. You think how this season's panned out. You think we were pushing for top 4, and we've just scraped to get into Europe. Leicester were looking guaranteed top 4. Now they're struggling to get into Champions League. It's been a funny old season.
Thing is, Scott, if Liverpool and Leicester lose on Sunday and we win, they'll be on 66. We'll be on 65. So that means we'll have missed out on the Champions League by 1 point.
Exactly.
And then when you look back at some of the games especially in the last few weeks, Brighton, if we'd have just picked up 2 more wins this season, it could have been a lot better. But look, I'm not complaining. We're 6th place in the Premier League at the moment. It's been an amazing season. I can't wait to do the end of the season review show because I think it's going to be all positives. There will be some negatives, but it's going to be mainly positives. We're going to look back at some great memories this season. And it's a season that we won't forget for many reasons because of obviously not being able to go and with what's gone on. But it's massive. It is absolutely massive that West Ham next season will be playing European football.
Yeah, it's huge. It's a huge statement from Moyes, huge statement, for the club. And, we won't go into it, but it could be a good season next year.
Mm.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Now that we're sort of 1 game to go, I'm sure David Moyes, behind the scenes, will be looking forward to next season. We've got to get him tied down to a contract first because that's the main thing, and then we've got to build on this season.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying next season we've got to finish in the top 4 to be better than this season.
No.
What I'm saying is we've got to constantly now be around that top 6. Fighting for European spots. That's where we all want to be. When we moved to the London Stadium, despite what we think about the stadium, that was what the dream was, to be constantly fighting for European football, and we haven't done that. But now let's hope that we can start building on it and get some players in. We need a striker. We know that. We need 2 strikers. We need a good few players in that squad. Get rid of some of the deadwood.
Mm-hmm. That's it, mate. You're right. You got to be. You've got to be looking at a new goalkeeper. You need to be looking at definitely a striker, and we need some players who are not squad players. They're players who are going to come in and push first team players. We've got squad players now, and as much as our squad's a bit thin, we've got squad players. We now need first team quality pushing the first team players, and go from there. But let's enjoy it. Like you said, we want to see some consistency now. We want to. This season has been a bit of a fluke in the way it's gone, but we've done the hard graft. We've got into Europe. Next season, we need to make sure consistently pushing for Europe, but we finish inside that top 8. That's progress for us. Finish. I know getting European football is fantastic this season, but if we finish 8th next season, it's not the end of the world. So long as we're finishing in that top 8 and we're challenging for Europe, it's progression, and that's what we want to see with the club. That's what Moyes is going to want. Moyes is going to want to see the side progress, the size of the squad progress, so it makes his job a little bit easier. Things are looking good so long as things are done the right way for us now.
No,
I'd love to see us have a stab at a cup as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Scott,
go on, why? Sorry,
you got to shut up. We need to win the Premier League. We need to win the Premier League next season. Nah, only joking, mate. Yeah, what you said was bang on, mate. And Graham's right as well. We need to, go for. We've got to try to go for everything next season, but we've got to get the right players in. I mean, when you look at someone like Jesse Lingard, he played for Man United, comfortable up there. He could have easily come here, but he's settled and he's already said that he wants to sign for West Ham. He wants to, so that shows how much we've impressed him as a football club for him to want to leave Manchester United to come to West Ham, where he knows he's going to play week in, week out. But he's the sort of player we need for these European games, these big game experiences. So there's a lot of talk about Arnautovic. I mean, we'll talk about that another day. I mean, we've all got our feelings on that, but we need to bring in players, as you said, that are going to challenge the first team. And every position has got to have quality ready to come in. Like this season, everyone that's come in hasn't let us down. They've come in, they've taken their opportunities.
Well, yeah, that's it. You look at the players that are coming this season. They've all basically on the ones that have been involved. Lingard, Soufal, Souček. Yeah, Souček was this season, wasn't he? Signed him on a permanent.
No, he played last season, wasn't it?
Yeah, but no, he was on loan. This was the permanent signing. So when you look at Souček, Soufal, Lingard, them three players are coming in. They're all pushing for Hammer of the Year. So it shows that recruitment has been spot on. And that's what we want to see.
And the thing is, as well, I mean, when you reflect on the season, which we will do in the end of season review, is that we haven't had a proper striker this season, have we?
No,
we've had Antonio up there. Yeah, half the season. Well, you're going to include Haller as a striker?
Yeah, you've got to.
Let's not start with that.
No, listen.
I'm joking. But we've done it on a thin squad. Whenever we've got injuries, we've had players to come in and take their places and work their socks off. And I've got. There will be complaints. There will be things that we'll look back on and think, if only. But as I said, mate, you can't sit here tonight as a West Ham fan, look at that league table with one game to go and we're 6th and European football, when this time last year we stayed up with 3 games to go.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly. That's how you got to put it into perspective. At the end of the day, this time last year we were happy because we've stayed up. This time last year we're disappointed we missed out on Champions League, but it looks like we're getting Europa League. So, it's a good season. It's a good season.
I still can't believe we're saying that. We're disappointed we missed out on Champions League.
And that's the thing. that is exactly how you've got to sum us up. We have gone from being delighted that we've stayed in the league to disappointed that we've been missed out on the Champions League.
When we lost to Everton, mate, when we lost to Everton, I saw a headline that said, Everton scupper West Ham's Champions League chances. I never thought I would see the day that headline would be.
Yeah, exactly.
In the papers, it's mad. That's how good a season it's been.
Exactly.
So we can't be disappointed. We can't be disappointed.
100%.
It's been fantastic.
100%.
I don't think anyone would be that disappointed, Gray, with what's gone on this season. But who's your man of the match tonight?
I'll probably say, I said earlier, Ben Rama had a good game, I thought.
It's tough. I thought I thought Fornals
worked hard.
He worked hard. His finishing is shocking. But
he called that one just wide, didn't he? First
half. But that's it. So his finishing was shocking. But I don't know. Ben Rama was our most exciting player going forward.
Yeah, I think defensively we was a lot better tonight. I think Craig Dawson had a real good game. I think Ogbonna. I think Soufal's always solid, isn't he? Never lets you down. You notice that he never really dives in, does he? He's always on his feet.
Yeah,
Soufal. And what about that header? The one that he cleared?
Yeah.
One that was back post when he was there. So, yeah, I'll probably have to give it to... I'm going to go Dawson. I'm going to go Craig Dawson tonight for man of the match because he did really impress me. I thought Creswell had a decent game as well. We said before the game, Scott, didn't we, that the defence need to be on it tonight, and they was.
Yeah, exactly.
Apart from
That's
that
it.
right-footed clearance, which was like one of my right-footed clearances.
That's it. There was a couple of light heart in mouth moments from the defence, but overall, I thought they handled what West Brom had pretty well. You know, it was the goal was, the goal was a bit crazy. It's just one of them. I wouldn't. I'm not going to say Fabianski would have saved it because I don't think he would have done. I thought it was just one of them things that if Fabianski was in goal, I think it still goes in. So yeah, it was a lot better defensively today.
To be fair to Randolph, he did pull off a world-class save on a deflection off of Creswell that he tipped over. That was a great save from Randolph.
And that's the thing with goalkeepers is when you're a goalkeeper, you make a mistake, or it's like a defender, you make a mistake. 9 times out of 10, it leads to a goal. Then Randolph goes and redeems himself. If you're looking at that was his mistake for the goal, he redeemed himself straight afterwards. Well, a little while afterwards with that save. So
I just thought the whole back four, Soufal, Dawson, Ogbono, who was brilliant again tonight. You know, I never get bored praising Ogbono. He's been a great servant to West Ham since he joined the club. He's had his bad injuries, but he's always come back and he's been stronger. And I thought the whole back four just had a great game. Rice and Souček. I know Souček got a goal tonight, but he didn't really do much more for me.
I thought they were second best, the pair of them in the midfield.
So do I. I think Rice will.
Everyone has a bad game now.
Yeah, I know, but I think Declan Rice. I think the penalty affected him a bit, but he still worked his socks off. I like Declan Rice today. Ben Rama, enjoyed watching him play. He's really great. It's a shame that he's getting into this bit of form with only a couple of games left, because if he'd have done this sort of mid-season, but he'll go again next year. He'll go again next year, and he'll have European football to look forward to.
This is exactly the thing now, mate. It gives players. We're sitting there saying about we want Ben Rama to have more game time, but with European football now, you've got to rotate the squad a bit. So these players are going to get more game time. And the likes of Ben Rama in European football, it'll tear defences to pieces. And it'll be more suited. Some of the teams we'll probably be up against will be more suited for him and the ball playing. You're not going to get these like what you get in the Premier League. You get a lot of physical, well-organised defensive sides where sometimes the physicality knocks a player out, or just their organisation. But when you're playing in Europe, some of these sides like to get the ball down. Some of these sides like to play, and they're not as robust as what you see in the Premier League. So you could end up seeing Ben Rama set it alight in the Europa League or the Europa Conference, whatever one we're in. So that's good to see. It's good to. I think that certain players will thrive next season in Europe.
Yeah, and the thing is, it gives a lot more of the fringe players an opportunity to play a lot more football next year. And I'm already the season ain't even over yet, and I'm already looking forward to next season. I really am, because it's been such a great season. I'm just looking forward to being back there next season. European nights at the London Stadium, whatever you think of the stadium, 60,000 West Ham now. Them European nights. It's going to be. Hopefully we don't draw some team from Romania called Astragugu.
Not a third time, surely.
No. I don't even think if we finish 6th, we go straight into it, didn't we? We don't have to qualify.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Yeah,
we go straight through. Yeah.
Same old West Ham taking the piss.
That's it, mate. And that's the thing, getting that group. We'll have some decent European nights. Hopefully we can get away to some of the games. COVID and annual leave and money depending, but we'll definitely get to one of them. Put it that way.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Let's hope. Yeah, like you said, but let's just enjoy it. We've got one more game, mate. We've got one more game on Sunday against Southampton, and that's it for the season. It's over, but we'll still be continuing to do all the videos throughout the summer. Friday night pints and everything. We're in the middle at the moment of trying to sort something out for Friday night pint live.
Which to look forward to as well, mate.
Yeah, we've got the Euro.
Doing stuff like that.
The Euro starting, what is it, 21 days, 23 days, something like that. It's crazy. There's no end. There's no end to it, but it's good. It's good.
That's it.
Yeah, so summer's always boring when there's not an international tournament in between.
Well, especially last summer when we couldn't even go out and do anything. But
exactly.
Look, I think we'll leave it there, mate. It's 11 o'clock on a Wednesday night. We've got work tomorrow, so look, boys, it's always good to get on here and talk about the game, and it's especially when you win. It's even better when you win. When it was 1-0, I was thinking, oh God, I don't want to talk about a draw because it's doom. Even if they win, it's going to be even fucking worse. But then, look, late dramas at the Hawthorn send the East End Bananas, and we went crazy, Graham. Crazy.
And that's why we love this game. That's why we love it.
But I think we'll leave it there, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good, mate. Sounds good.
We'll be back. Dan's doing the fan cams in place of Nikki tonight, so they should be up shortly. Thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up. Scott, why should they give us a thumbs up?
Because it helps with the Google algorithm.
That's the one. Graham, what else should they do, mate?
Subscribe.
That's the one, Graham. He got there. Well done, Gray.
Share the video as well. If you've got you're on across your social media, share us. Get more people watching. Get more people following us. If you like what we do,
get our name out there. We've got get our name out there. Help share. And we'll be back for Friday Night Pint. I won't be here for Friday Night Pint because I'm not here. I've got my nan's funeral on Friday, which is a late afternoon one, so I won't be back in time. So I'll be missing that, but I'll be back for the stuff on Sunday that we've got planned. Looking forward to that. And we'll leave it there, mate. Graham, do you want Graham? Have your last say, mate. I know you love it.
Let's go and get that last win. Come on, you Irons.
I fucking love you, Graham. Right, one thing left to say.
Come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons. European tour.